What's going on, you guys? John Barzacross, and today we're gonna do a light bar restoration. This is an old light bar. It was from my Outback and it's all beaten up and scratched, and yeah, the screws are rusty. Yeah, and it's old and the wire's cut. I have another piece of wire I'm gonna heat shrink on, but hey, this thing needs to be repainted at least. Let's call it that way. But I'm gonna do restoration. But that repaint but so definitely we're going to have to take this apart, and let's go ahead and do that now. Okay guys, so I got the rustiest screws, smallest screws. They were horrible. I'm gonna replace them because they're like, the head is gone. And now I can get the light bar basically out. So there's the wire going in. This is the light bar itself. Gonna put that aside, and this is what we basically want to repaint. And these I'm just going to flip. I think I'm not going to be painting these because it's a pain in the butt. I just want to get this aluminum piece clean. I want it to be painted. So second step, to get a sandpaper. So since this is metal, I also have a P150 grit. I'm gonna go ahead and start sanding this. It's bare metal, or at least decent. Okay guys, so I got this painted, sanded. Would have been good, but now I'm going to degrease it. Look at all the paint that I basically sanded off. I just get a paper towel, and I have some brake clean. This acts good as a degreaser for the paint. And just wipe it clean, so you remove any contamination of the paint. As you can see, it looks really clean. So if you want, you can go more sanding with this. I'm just going to sand the edges a bit more because I basically almost hurt. Basically want the decentest paint job for this, but hey, you know how I am, guys. I like to go ultra, but I'm not going to like mess with it if I can get it that right. But I think I do pretty good for what I am and for my capabilities. I think I never painted this much stuff in my life since I've been an RC, and lately I've painted my HSP body. I've painted my truck, this truck's body, the modified truck, the Peterbilt's body. I clear coated the desert buggy. It's clear coated, the body, to seal the paint. I'm going to be painting the side steps or the bumper, whatever it has, I have to paint. Yeah, so just get it as good as you can. You can send more to the metal than I am. If you can send it like this, definitely do that. But as I said, guys, since I'm not a pro, I just aim for the good, not for the best. I aim for the best, but not pro level, definitely. I never get that level, but I get what I want, guys. Don't get me wrong. I get what I want with these builds. So that looks pretty decent. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this. Look at all of that paint. Powder paint right now. It was on there someday. Just until a few moments ago. And there we go. So this part is ready for primering. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this thing 2 coats primer. Second coat. Okay guys, so the housing is finished painting. Obviously it's finished. I left it 24 hours so it could cure 100%, and it did not came 100%, but it did came out presentable. As you can see, it's not bad for me. I'm not a professional painter. I never learned how to paint. You know, I just see people do it and I replicate that. So I already screwed in one side of the housing, and now I just have to put in the light bar itself. And so all you do is you have to get the wire in the channel, and I think that there's a channel for just that's for the lens. So it goes in like this, and what you have to do is I have to pay attention to not strip the wires, because the wires are really small. And yeah, so now what you have to do is get the wires, and there's a hole, and one tip, bend the coils like this in this motion so you can get them easy through the coil, I mean to the hole. And then there's a hole in the housing, and you try to aim your best so you can get the wires in there. Yeah, here we go. So you got the wires through, and now just feed them through and push the light bar. Pay attention guys, not to strip the wires, because this happened to me and I did not get it on camera. So I already cleaned up the lens, and the lens has a channel for itself in the housing. Boom, here we go. And now the only thing left is to just screw this part in. Just get these screws and put them in the correct holes. These are small screws guys, so pay attention to not lose anything. I try to keep everything original with this. I just pretty much repainted the housing and polished the ends of the housings, so the nice side is obviously on the outside. But for me, I'm happy with how this came out. Do not over tighten these guys. You're tightening into aluminum, but you can strip the heads of the screws or the threads, so just pay attention. Alright, so here it is, guys. Look at this. This is so good. It came out so good. Just look at it. The lens is clean. Yeah, and the paint job is very decent. It's not the best, but it's very decent. And this is for me. You could have a solid wire, but I just cut this when it came from factory so I can not drill a large hole in the body. So I have the rest of the wire here with the original connector heat shrinked on. So now all I gotta do is negative to negative, connect the wires, positive to positive. I'm not going to heat shrink these guys yet, because I'm going to be testing them, guys, to show you that this works, hopefully. So I'm just going to be connecting the wires right now. Okay, guys, moment of truth. Let's test this thing out. We have our light bar here in my gutted FTX Outback. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. That's so bright. Look, it's lighting up the whole shop. That's so bright. Now, yeah, I'm really excited about that. Okay, guys, so as you see in there, this thing passed the test. This thing is so bright, it's so good. I feel like the day that it arrived, it's so good, and I'm really happy with it. So this is going to be a good upgrade and mod to my truck, to my Peterbilt. You're going to see that in my episodes. And hey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're interested, go ahead and visit my Facebook page. It will be linked in the description of this video. And as always, guys, see you.